Welcome to the Soul Intention podcast, where we have soul-led, heart-centered conversations that inspire growth, connection, and purpose. Whether it's us or our incredible guests, we're here to keep it real and meaningful. Let's get into it. Welcome, Natalija. How are you feeling today?
Good. I'm feeling really good. How about yourself?
I'm feeling great, thank you. But how are you really feeling?
Ooh, I love that. It's such an automatic response, right? When somebody asks you how you are, to say, good, how are you?
Yeah.
How am I? I am. I genuinely feel really good. I'm happy to be here. I love connecting with you. I love these discussions. So yeah, I'm good. How is Annaliese doing? How is Annaliese really doing?
Annaliese is doing really well. I'm happy to be here. I think we both agree that coming into the space and recording is one of our happy places. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be back in the studio, back recording and seeing where the magic takes us.
Yay. And are you feeling in the right space? Do we need to light that candle?
I think we need to light the candle because that's our grounding space. So you go ahead, you light the candle, moving from the head to the heart and coming into this present moment.
And a good invitation for listeners as well, or anybody watching, to take that journey to the present moment where all the magic happens, right?
100%. Yeah, definitely. Today we're doing things a little bit differently. We have both agreed that we really love deep conversations. This episode is all around skipping the small talk. So what we have on the table are some question cards, and we're just going to intuitively choose a card, throw a question at each other, answer it, and just have some deep conversations. It's good to share why we feel drawn to doing an episode like this. Do you want to share a little bit about the why for you as to why this is something that we can do?
Yes. Firstly, I love anything deep and meaningful. Reason being, it brings me into the present moment. It helps me to understand and get to know myself better and also you better. So it's a great point of awareness and reflection. What do you think?
I love it because it encourages reflection, like you've just said. It encourages reflection for us, but also our listeners. So as our listeners hear these questions, they may answer themselves in the moment, or it may encourage them to go out and ask this question of someone that they love or someone in their life that they could take these questions to. It's also an opportunity for redirection. We may ask a question and it may encourage us to reflect a little more deeper and go, actually, why do I think like that? Is there an opportunity to redirect that thought? So the redirection is an opportunity, and through that redirection, aha moments. We may have some aha moments today.
Yes, opportunities of aha, of awareness, of growth. Bring it on.
Okay.
I invite you
to do the first one?
Yes.
Okay,
hit me with it. What have you got?
Okay, the first question. What helps you to relax and unwind?
Without a doubt, being in the present moment. Getting out of my headspace does the opposite of that. So just being present. It's simple.
For me, what helps me to relax and unwind is being in the present. Yes, I would say there are practices that I do. So going to the beach is one of my happy places. So when I go to the beach, I just feel like if there are any worries, stresses, things going on, I can just totally chill. Sometimes if I've had a difficult day, could be work-related, could be with the kids, maybe I've been challenged in different ways, just that simple act of going and grounding myself at the beach can be really, really relaxing and energizing for me. Music also helps me to relax and unwind. So the beach and music.
For Annaliese, what is a recent accomplishment you are proud of?
Oh, I love that one. So for me, recently, I have just finished my master's in applied psychology, community psychology. The last year of that was writing a thesis. I worked with wahine in the wahine Mangal mob, Wahine Toa. a beautiful experience, learned so much from them, their journey. So I am very proud of submitting that. I submitted it back in February, and I just feel so great to have that ticked off and have completed my master's. So that's
Aw,
something I'm proud of.
love that, and I'm really proud of you as well, because I
Thank
know it
you.
was a lot
It was.
with everything else that you've going on, life and kids. Yeah.
Definitely. What's something you're proud of?
The podcast came up for me straight away, and I just
Definitely.
assumed you were going to say the same. So I love
Yeah.
that we've got different responses again. I'm proud that I acted on a nudge that I got. It's one thing to feel inspired to do it, to have an idea and want to move in that direction, and it's another thing to actually do it. So I'm so proud of myself, and I'm really proud of you as well, because it's been, again, a lot. That's been another thing that you've had to do. It's been a lot for both of us. So just proud that we're here.
Yay!
Go us.
That is amazing. Can we just do a little high five? Because I think we need that. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay, next question. What do we got? What are your fondest childhood memories?
Family, cousins. I spent so much time with my family, with my grandparents, with cousins. That's what springs to mind. And even kids in the neighborhood, just people.
Yeah.
But mainly, I think, families. So with being Croatian, I think family is such a big thing. And removing myself from family by moving cities. Yeah, I think family is such a big one, but that's what stands out for me, is just experiences of being with my grandparents and cousins. So many amazing fond memories there.
Is there anything specific that sticks out to you? Like any event or going somewhere or being somewhere?
Yes, my grandparents, being not one particular time, but most weekends, my parents would drop us, my brother and I, off to my grandparents, and my mum's sister would do the same. So we would be there with my cousins.
Cool.
And yeah, we just got treated by the grandparents, as you usually do.
Yeah.
So, and I guess because they've both passed away, that's extra special for me, those memories.
Yeah, definitely.
How about yourself?
For me, two things came to mind. So one, we grew up on a farm. So fond memories of just farm life. The calves each season, calving season, just being able to roam free. I'm from a big family, so just being outside, similar to you, family came to mind. Being from a big family, we would also go to our grandparents' place. So they lived in Huntly. We'd all get together. Boxing Day was a day typically where everyone would come together after Christmas. We would just have so much fun being at grandmum and granddad's, all the kids. Really enjoyed those moments together with family. And then, yeah, just growing up on the farm and my own immediate family, all the fun we used to have as kids. So, yeah.
Special. What can you do to make others smile?
What can I do to make others smile? I think the first thing is smile yourself. There's so much to be said just by smiling, and the energy, even walking down the street and smiling at a stranger, that can be uplifting. So smile is a really simple action. What can I do to make others smile? I think just be myself, be my authentic self, and just do nice things for them as well. I think kindness goes a long way. So doing acts of kindness for others can make them smile. Send a nice message, could be, hey, I'm thinking of you, could be a compliment, could be anything, but just connecting and sharing something that would make them smile.
I love that. I think when you first touched on just smiling, absolutely, it's so contagious, right? What can I do to make others smile? I think giving people compliments. People usually smile with that. But even, like you said, doing something nice and spontaneous and random for someone else, and maybe that's an invitation for the listeners. What can they do with their day-to-day, or maybe if it's ending the day, and maybe a little challenge, see if you can do something. What does it take to make someone around you smile?
100%.
And how good does it feel?
Yes, right? It does. And I think it's important in that to include what can I do to make myself smile? So connecting to our own inner world, that could be as simple as going to the mirror. And this can be something that people find challenging. Go to the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. And just see what comes back. Or just smile at yourself in the mirror. Give yourself a high five in the mirror. Those little practices. So yes, I love that question says, what can you do for others? But I encourage that deeper reflection to say, what can I do for myself to make me smile?
I love that question even more because if you can find something that you can do to make yourself smile, it's inevitable that you're going to go then and spread that right and make somebody else smile. Beautiful.
The flow-on effect, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Love that. Okay, next card. What inspires you?
I always touch on emotions.
Mm.
I just go by my emotions, how I'm feeling. So if I see something, if I hear something, and it creates a feeling within me, that's what inspires me. Does that make sense? That's
It
quite
does.
interesting.
Yeah, I think it does.
So I'm inspired by how I feel about something.
Interesting.
Yes. What
Yeah.
about you?
For me, what inspires me, I'm all about community. I'm all about connection. I'm all about relationships, building strong relationships, collaboration. So what inspires me is doing something that I am passionate about. So if I think even in my life, moments when I feel or have felt inspired is when I've taken aligned action in that direction. For example, when I started Mindful Mamas, I was really inspired by mindfulness, the power of mindfulness and how that's helped me in my life. Me going in and studying psychology, going down into the community psychology route, that really inspires me because I feel such a connection to want to help others to thrive. So supporting others in their lives to thrive inspires me.
Amazing. My turn.
Yeah.
What recent memories do you cherish the most?
I think for me, recent memories that I cherish is we've just kind of come out of summer. I love summer, and I know that we've had conversations around both really loving that season. So for me, memories that I cherish is being with my family, going over to the beach, going for a walk, just doing spontaneous things, being with loved ones. That's what I cherish the most. And I guess when we are here in this space, when we are recording, when we are talking and sharing, I cherish those memories because we will look back on this one day and go, wow, that was a beginning, and look at us now. And I'm just looking forward to that. Yeah. What about you?
Thinking how to best answer this question. What recent memories do I cherish the most? I just think of little pockets throughout my days where I'm simply just present. Yeah. And they're just the littlest, smallest moments, but they're so beautiful. They're so impactful. Is that a word?
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's what springs to mind. I can think of particular moments, but I'm not going to mention them because they are so small.
Yeah.
But again, just little pockets where I'm like in awe of the person or who, you know, if it's one of the boys. Yeah, where I'm in awe of someone or I'm in awe of the moment.
Yeah. Sometimes when we answer a question, it prompts us to think of other things. And thinking about this even in more depth, and if I was to answer it a second time over, I would say a recent memory for me that I cherish is going to Samoa with our family and having a family wedding over there and having a really authentic experience. My sister's husband, now husband, is Samoan, so I really felt like we got a real awesome, authentic experience. So that's something that I actually cherish.
Makes me think of other moments as well, but I think it's always with people.
It is.
And I can think of my girlfriends, when my Auckland girlfriends come down here and stay with me. An invitation, if any of you are listening or watching, please come back down. I love those moments.
Yeah.
Excellent. Next
Okay,
one.
next one. Let's go. What can other people learn from you? What can you learn from others?
Can
Do
you
you
put
want to,
that?
yeah,
Yeah, I
look
need
at
to
it?
look at that one. What can other people learn from me? Oh, what springs to mind is if somebody is inspired or likes something about me,
Mhm.
that is because it's within them too.
Yes.
And what I can learn from others is when I admire somebody else or am inspired by somebody else, it's because that is within my reach as well. It's
Yes.
showing me what's available to me. That's what I
Yes.
get from that.
Yeah, I like that. For me, what can other people learn from me? I guess we were having a conversation earlier around sharing a little bit more about ourselves. And for me, well, this is a comment you had made, and I will take it on board, is that I have a lot of knowledge around mindfulness. I've just finished a psychology master's. So I have that knowledge, but I don't always willingly share it. So there was an invitation for us to kind of do a little challenge around that. So I think what other people can learn from me is just the depth and breadth that I have around those topics. What I can learn from others, I'm going to take it to you, is something that I can learn from you is you're very knowledgeable around health, food, well-being, the interconnectedness of it all. And we were having a conversation around fasting and intermittent fasting. So I take a lot from you in regard to that topic. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Neat. Maybe we can explore that in some further episodes.
Yes.
Future episodes. If you had to be famous, what would you be famous for and why?
I would like to be famous for being someone that gave back, that had a positive impact on someone's life, even if it's just through the mahi I do, the work I do, the interactions, the conversations I have. I would like to be famous for being someone that had a positive impact on someone's life, no matter how small that is. That's my response. What about
I
you?
like that. I've got to think about this. If I had to be famous, what would I be famous for? The only thing that comes to mind is doing or saying what others are afraid to do.
Oh, can you elaborate?
I'm not sure where that came from.
I love it.
Like saying the things that people are maybe too afraid to say. Just really speaking my truth. Yeah.
I love
just
that.
walking through fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
So being an example for others to do it themselves, is that kind of
To
like being the
inspire
leader?
others to do that for themselves,
Yeah.
to really speak their truth. And we've talked about it personally before, that full transparency.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, next one. What are you excited to be working on right now?
I'm going to say myself.
Mic drop. Love it.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I feel that interweaves through the podcast, through me being a parent, all of my relationships through life. Me.
That is the best response. I was not expecting it, but such an amazing response.
Me, 100%.
Yes.
Just loving me fully where I am right now. And when we can love ourselves fully in the here and now, it's inevitable. The growth, the expansion naturally occurs. So yeah, me.
That beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. When I read the question out, I am excited to be in a new role for work. I have not been in the workforce for quite a long time. I've been studying the past 3.5 years. So to be in a role that I enjoy, that I feel as though, once again, it goes back to that having a positive impact on someone's life. I really like that at the moment. So that's what I'm really enjoying working on.
And you do have a positive impact on people's lives.
Oh, thank you.
And our topic on limiting beliefs, what did you say? What was that vulnerable piece that you shared, that what you had to say didn't matter?
Yeah.
Nothing could be further from the truth. And that's for all of us.
Yeah. We all
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah,
We all
but
have
there's
value.
so much that we can all take away from you. So I hope you really do sit with that.
Thank you. That really does mean a lot. And I got soul shivers listening to you say
Yes,
that.
that means your soul's agreeing.
Yes, my
she's
soul's
freaking
saying
right,
yes.
Annaliese.
Need to listen. Yep. Thank you.
Am I pulling a card?
I think it's your turn. Yeah.
Okay. Give us a good card. Frisco's having a good itch. When were you last, I love this question, when were you last pleasantly surprised?
When was I last pleasantly surprised?
I've got a good one.
Can you share yours, and it may inspire me to think of something?
Yes.
If you've got one, can you
Yes.
share yours first?
I wanted money for something in particular. And I went into my journal and I asked the question along the lines to the universe, what would it take for me to receive this money so that I can use it for whatever? And I then put my phone on airplane mode and I did my 15 minutes of gratitude practice.
Yeah.
So I put it on airplane mode so it's uninterrupted. As soon as I went connected back to the Wi-Fi, I got a text message and somebody messaged me and said, I've just deposited $dollars into your bank account.
Gosh.
Crazy,
That
right?
is so cool.
Yeah. So, yeah. Cool, huh?
That is really, really cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't expect it to appear that fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, how cool is that?
That is really cool. My one, I guess, just listening to you share that, I can share a story very similar to that. So earlier in the year, with me being a student, my husband working, single income, money's been tight, no denying that. So early in the year, money was tight, and I did something similar. I have a little journal of little prayers, and one of them is a financial abundance prayer. And I said the prayer in the morning. I'd done it. And then I went about my morning. A couple hours later, I was on my phone and I was just going to go into our internet banking to do something. We were expecting money from Daniel for something that had some of his work. But when I opened the app, there was a larger chunk of money in our account. And I was like, oh my gosh, where has this come from? And I checked it and it had come from an unexpected source. And I was just blown away because I was not expecting that money, but I'd put it out to the universe earlier that day. Like, we would love to have a little bit more financial freedom, I guess, for these next few months or whatever we were doing back then. So yeah, very similar. Asked for it. A couple hours later, magically had money deposited into our account from an unexpected source. And yeah, it just kind of helped us through a little rough patch, and really appreciate that. Okay, one final card. We're going to pull one final card and then we'll wrap up our session.
Yes.
Oh, well, this links to our question right at the beginning. How are you truly doing?
Oh, that's amazing.
That's funny that it's finishing on that. How are you truly doing?
I'm truly really well. And I am grateful. And I do want to share, that inspires me to share a story of when we were walking up the mount a few months back now, and we were doing our gratitude where we would bounce off each other saying things that we were grateful for, and a lovely man was walking down the hill and he said, hello ladies, how are you? And you said,
I am grateful.
Yes. So I'm truly doing good. I am feeling really good. I always love these conversations, being here with you, and I am truly grateful.
Excellent. How am I truly doing? Ditto. I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energized. I feel as though I am in a good space at the moment, and I'm loving that energy.
Soaking up those moments, right? Those pockets where the
Yes.
spaces are good. Let's
Yeah.
soak them up.
Yes, definitely. Your last one.
Oh, shall I pull one last card?
Oh, yeah. So was that going to be the final, or?
Let's do it.
Okay, go.
We'll see what the card is. Good question.
Okay.
Really good question. I didn't like it
Are we finishing
initially.
on this one?
Let's finish it off on this one. What do you miss from your childhood? But more importantly, how can you bring that back into your life?
Oh,
such a good question to everybody listening, anybody watching.
Childhood, I think when I reflect on childhood, it's the freedom, it's the play, it's being in that childlike wonder. And that's something that I probably miss. I will say my husband, Daniel, is amazing at connecting to that. He takes the kids on adventures all the time. He'll take them camping. He'll take them day trips, everything. Sometimes I feel as though I miss out on those opportunities, probably because I can get stuck up in my head. I think of the logistics. I think of X, Y, Z, the million tabs in my head going. So for me, I want to connect to more play. And we've got a trampoline at home. The kids invite me to jump on the trampoline. Go jump on the trampoline with the kids. If it's raining outside, we did this many years ago. And my daughter still recalls this. About 5 or 6 years ago, I actually think it was during that first lockdown. It was pouring down outside. My daughter Sadie said to me, Mum, can we go dance in the rain? Went outside, danced in the rain. She loved it. And it was just such a beautiful moment of connection. So invite more play into my life. What about you?
I think most of us adults could invite more play into our lives, right?
Yeah.
I think of pottering around. It's taking that inspired action when you're a kid, right? It's like, oh, I feel like doing this, you go and do that. Now I feel like doing that, you go and do that. And a lot of the time I will be around the house towards the end of the day and I'll feel like doing something and I stop myself from doing it because I've got this to-do list.
A to-do list, a dreaded to-do list.
So it's taking more inspired action. It's doing more things that I feel like doing in the moment.
Yes. Excellent.
What did you take away from this episode today? Did you take anything away?
I just took away the opportunity to actually sit in stillness and have an opportunity to answer questions. Sometimes in life, we're all about rush, 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 busy, busy, busy. We've got to do this, we've got to do that. Having this as an opportunity to sit down and just answer questions, I liked that. I liked that we created the opportunity for this, and it's an invitation for our listeners. There might have been some questions that resonated that you could go away and ask your family members or loved ones or people in your life just to be still, to be in the present moment, to be here now. What about you? What's your takeaway?
I really just feel inspired to make sure that I action more pottering around time for myself. It's really as simple as that. And yeah, I feel like we can get insight, we can get aha moments from the answers from these cards. But it's more, what am I going to do with those answers, with that clarity, with, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
easy to discuss it, think about it, and have an aha moment, and then it just gets forgotten about. But I would love to know with our viewers if they did enjoy that or not. So if you did enjoy this episode, let us know. If you didn't, let us know. The other box of cards that we've got are way deeper than this. I feel like these are
this was touching the
surface level questions. So if we do get some feedback where people did enjoy this, I feel like we dive into that other box another time.
Yeah,
I'm deeper, open to that. More, a lot more vulnerability. Will be required of us both.
Yeah, I'm definitely open for a little bit of vulnerability. So yes.
What are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for the sunshine. It is the sun shining. As we record this, it's been shining all day. And actually, we went out and had lunch. And I'm really grateful for us even connecting outside of the podcast. We're friends, so it's nice to connect socially together. So I'm grateful for that.
Yes, I thought of the lunch before you said that. So I'm very grateful for the lunch that we took the time. It would have been faster and easier to have had lunch here like we usually do. But we both felt inspired to go to lunch. We wanted to go to lunch. So I'm proud of us and am grateful that we actually made the time to do that. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, excellent. We'll now blow out our candle. Thank you for tuning in to the Soul Intention podcast. If this episode resonated with you, please rate, review, and follow. It helps us keep these conversations going. Until next time, stay soul-led and heart-centered. From the head to the heart.